Hi everyone, Sarah here. I have a quick video to share with you guys. I'm doing some coloring with you today, but this is specifically, I'm going to focus on faces. This is for my friend, Scrap and Jenny. Hi Jenny. She had mentioned that she has troubles doing faces, so I figured I would just focus on the face. I'm gonna do it in real time for you guys. I'm not gonna speed it up. So if I'm not talking, it's just because I'm focusing, but that's pretty much it. So for this one, I'm just gonna use my go-to colors. So I have my E50, E51, E53, and then I use R11 for my cheeks. And then I do have my Jelly Roll white gel pen that I use for the eyes and dots on the cheeks. And I'm gonna bring out my colorless blender just in case, because you know I make mistakes. Alright, so this is just the way I do it. Like I've said previously, not a professional. I just like to color. So I always start with my lightest color first. So in this case, it's the E50. And I hope I'm staying in frame, guys. I'm trying to do this with my high tripod. Okay, so I use my E50 and I just do a base on the whole face. Now, as you can tell with this one, this is a greeting farm image. I am leaving white space for the eyes. I'm not coloring it all in. You can use your colorless blender after. If you do go over, that's fine. So then I go to my E51, my medium color. And with this, I don't worry about where's the light coming from, like any kind of technical art stuff, because I do just color. I'm just having fun. With these faces, the greeting farm ones, because they are larger and they're cartoony, I always go in from the side. So I put my shading on this side, then I go to the other and I have shading on that side, and then you can do a little bit of shading underneath the bangs. Now if you want to add in a nose, I just add in a little nose. So then I'm going to go to my darkest color, the E53, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just not going to put as much color in there because this does go a long way by adding in just a little bit. So down the sides, under the bangs, just lightly, and then just lightly on the nose. So then I go back to my medium, my E51, and I shade that in. And I'm pushing with the brush tip and pushing the color out. So just drag it out. And if you go further than you did the first time, that's fine, because it's okay. And just a little bit on the nose. And then you go back to your lightest, your E50, and you blend all of it. So just lightly over top. You can do little round circles. You can do lines with the alcohol markers. It doesn't matter. It dries. The only issue is if your marker is running out of ink, then it may look a little weird. So that's it. And while it is still wet from doing those colors, I take my R11 for my cheeks and I just push some color in there. It tends to blend a lot nicer if your ink is still wet from your original. So that's why I only kind of do one section at a time. And if it doesn't look like it's blending, you take your E50, your lightest color, and just push the edges. You don't need to color over the whole thing. Okay, so I didn't do the ears while I was in there, so I'm just going to put a little bit of color on them. E51, E53, E51 again, and then my E50 over top the whole thing. Alright, so then if you colored over her eyes, you want to take out your colorless blender and just do your circle just to brighten it up. And then I'm going to take my white gel pen. I always run it on my finger first just to make sure it's working, because sometimes they don't. And I'm just going to brighten up the dot, because sometimes it doesn't always look like a round dot. And then I do 3 dots on each cheek. You don't have to do that, honestly, but that's just what I like to do. Okay, so bring it in. There she is. Super cute. All right, I'm at 5 minutes, so I am going to go to one of these dolly ones. There's a little bit more detail to it, so I'm using the same colors, same way. Lightest color first, and I'm going to go all the way around the whole face. This one you have to be a little bit more careful about the whites. So do like a nice circular motion around her eyes. Just got one little ear there. I'm going to take my E51, and this one I like to go right from the sides, and I do underneath the whole eye, and I come up a little bit on either side to give a little bit of definition underneath or beside her eyes, and then you want to make her nose extend it a little bit more. So then we come in with the darker color, and this time it's okay to come out with a little bit more. I like to come out from behind her eyelashes, or sorry, yeah, her eyelashes. Whatever those things are called. Then go back to the E51 to blend it all out. Oh, I forgot to do her nose. Just gonna go back here and add in my E53 for her nose. Blend it out. And then go back to my E50 to blend the whole thing. And then R11 for the cheeks. These ones I kind of extend out. She's got bigger cheeks. And then if you want to get all fancy, you can bring in a nice light blue. I like to use the BG Quadruple Zero and put some eyeshadow on. You might need to go over a little bit because it has to bring out some of the color. And I'm going to clean it up because I went inside just a little bit. So then you want to do her eyes. So I'm going to pull out B95 and B97. You can just use two colors. You don't need anything else. And basically you want to do a circle around the pupil. Less is better, because if you do too much then it might look a little too crazy. And this is where you want to decide which side is going to be darker, and you're going to do the same thing on each eye. So I'm going to go to the left to put my dark color, and on this one I'm going to stick to the left also. You do not want her to look cross-eyed. Then you just want to blend it out a little bit. And then I have these Staedtler permanent pens, and they're S for small tip. And I just like to fill in, because the ink doesn't always do a good job of making it a solid. And you can do her eyelashes too. This image actually turned out good, so I don't want to do that. And then I'm going to take my white gel pen and do the little lights in her eyes and do some dots on her cheeks. And there we go. Super cute. Alright, so there it is. Leave a comment, subscribe if you wish, and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.